In a quiet coastal village stood an old lighthouse, its white stones worn smooth by wind and sea. For decades, Thomas, the lighthouse keeper, had tended its flame. He polished the lantern glass, checked the gears, and climbed the spiral stairs every evening to light the beacon that guided sailors safely to shore. Most villagers thought Thomas led a lonely life. He had no wife or children, no grand house or gold to boast of. Yet his eyes always sparkled with calm joy, as though he carried a secret no storm could steal. One chilly morning, a boy named Mateo visited the lighthouse. He was restless and frustrated with school, often dreaming of riches and fame. "Why do you waste your life here?" Mateo asked bluntly. "You just polish glass and stare at the sea." Thomas chuckled, setting a mug of tea before him. "I don't waste it, lad. I live it." "But you're alone," Mateo protested. "Wouldn't you rather do something great?" The old keeper nodded toward the window, where sunlight danced across the restless water. "Greatness does not live in noise or crowds. It lives in the care you give each day. Out there, ships cross uncertain waters because they trust this light. I may never be known by many, but every sailor who finds his way home carries a piece of my work with him." That evening, a sudden storm gathered. Clouds clawed the horizon and rain lashed the coast. Thomas climbed the stairs with steady steps, trimmed the wick, and lit the lantern. Its golden beam cut through the darkness as thunder rumbled overhead. Mateo stayed beside him, watching the light battle the storm. He imagined sailors peering through sheets of rain, hearts lifting as the beacon shone. "Doesn't it frighten you?" Mateo asked. "Of course," Thomas replied, eyes fixed on the horizon. "But fear reminds us life is precious. If we let storms stop us, we forget why we live at all." The hours slipped by until the sea grew gentle again. When morning came, the villagers saw a ship resting safely in the bay. Its captain would later say the lighthouse had been their only guide through the storm. After that day, Mateo came back often, helping Thomas care for the lantern. He learned to polish the glass until it shone, to keep the flame steady when the wind howled outside. More than anything, he began to see the quiet value in small tasks and the gentle strength in kindness. Years later, when Thomas grew too old to climb the tower, Mateo became the new keeper. He still remembered the man's words. "Greatness lives in the value you give each day." Standing at the top of the lighthouse, Mateo felt the same quiet peace Thomas had carried for so many years. The sea called below, gulls circled overhead, and the lantern's gentle glow reached far across the water, a silent promise of safety and hope. Moral: life's value isn't measured by wealth or applause, but the light we bring to others. Even small, steady acts of service and love give meaning to our days and leave a legacy that guides hearts long after we're gone.